Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien speaking on Saturday, April 20th, here in Marietta, Georgia, USA. It's raining out there, so I'm inside today. Uh, Wanted to do a video about Miss Ingram last night on her Ingram's Angle, where she is demanding an apology for her and President Trump on the Mueller report. I don't get it, Miss Ingram. What kind of apology do you want? The Mueller report saved President Trump's bacon and yours. Because you should have been fired off your show a long time ago for being anti everything. I mean, the African Americans are after you for Nipsey Hussle, huh? Well, you didn't do a good job on that. And as far as President Trump, apologize for what? The Mueller report saved his bacon. And here's why. Let me bring in the bastion of your Republican Party, Richard Milhouse Nixon. He had 3 articles of impeachment against him: abuse of power, um, obstruction of justice, and congressional interference. And let's go to the 3 of them and compare him and President Trump. President Trump wanted to fire Bob Mueller. President Nixon did fire Archibald Cox. What was the difference? Well, he had an attorney general and a White House counsel that didn't help him, i.e., John Mitchell and John Dean III, or W. Dean III, which I'll come back to later. But anyway, President Trump had Attorney General Mr. Sessions, Jeff Sessions, and White House counsel Don McGahn, which I'll come back to later. Second, obstruction of justice. Well, President Nixon had H.R. Haldeman and E. Howard Hunt. And Mr. Trump had John Kelly and, to a certain extent, Jared Kushner over there. I can assure you he stopped Stephen Miller from doing a few things in there. And the last thing, congressional interference. Well, what can you say? President Nixon hated Congress with a passion. President Trump has been trying to circumnavigate Congress ever since he got into presidency. And to go back to the 2 White House counsels, John W. Dean III and Don McGahn. The one responsible for President Nixon being impeached with articles of impeachment and resigning is John W. Dean, because he went to the special counsel's office and spilled his guts. Some of it was even executive privilege and or client attorney privilege, and he didn't care. Don McGahn, President Trump has really messed him up and keeps on tweeting bad things about him. But he's the one that saved your bacon, President Trump. Otherwise, you would have been articles of impeachment being drawn out right now for you. Article 2, Section 4, Miss Ingram, is a very unique piece of a document written in a unique way. You have to find out how. And President Trump is not out of the woods yet on that Mueller report, because they can get him for 2 things. Misdemeanors. They can't get him for high crimes. They can't get him for abuse of power. And they can't get him for uh, meddling in the Russian situation. But you can't get him for congressional interference and misdemeanors. And the misdemeanors are his tweets. Article 2, Section 4 is very clear about that. You got to read it, but in the 18th century, not 19th or 21st century. And this is what I'm saying, Miss Ingram. This little piece of technology called tweeting is going to come back and bite your lovely president in the derriere. So this is your favorite alien saying, signing off.